Let's look at 3/8 plus 4/12. Okay, so the first thing we notice is that the denominators are different. That means we're dealing with different pieces. We're dealing with eighths and twelfths. And if we visualize what 3/8 and 4/12 look like, here we have 3/8, the blue pieces, and 4/12, the pink pieces. And in order to combine those together, we talked about in class how we have to make an exchange, right? So that we can get the same pieces in order to add those together. So let's look at how that translates into our math. So let's come here and here we go. So the first step in doing this then is to find the pieces that we're going to make the exchange with. So to do that, we're going to find the multiples of 8 and the multiples of 12, and the lowest multiple that 8 and 12 have in common is going to be the size of pieces that we use. So we have 8, 16, 24. I'm going to stop there and start with 12. We have 12, 24. Okay, so I see one they have in common. They have 24 as a common multiple, and that looks like it's the lowest one. So we are going to turn the eighths into 24ths and the 12ths into 24ths so that we can add these two fractional parts together. So step 2 is making then equivalent fractions. We need to turn 3/8 into a fraction with a denominator of 24, and we need to turn 4/12 into a fraction with a denominator of 24. And so to do this now, we would ask ourselves, 8 times what number gives me 24? Well, 8 times 3 is 24, and so this tells me that the whole that I will be multiplying 3/8 by is 3/3. And remember, anytime you multiply something by 1, you get that equivalent number, right? 3 times 1 is 3. So when we multiply 3/8 by 3/3, we're going to get an equivalent fraction, a fraction that is equal to 3/8. So 8 times 3 is 24. So 3 times 3 is 9. So our equivalent fraction to 3/8 is 9/24. And now let's do the same thing with 4/12. We ask ourselves, 12 times what number gives us 24? Well, 12 times 2 is 24. So the whole that we are multiplying by, or the one that we're multiplying by, would be 2/2. And so 12 times 2 is 24, and so 4 times 2 is 8. So the equivalent fraction to 4/12 would be 8/24. Then the final step is to rewrite and add. So 3/8 was equivalent to 9/24, and 4/12 was equivalent to 8/24. And so 9/24 plus 8/24 gives us how many 24ths? 17/24. So 3/8 plus 4/12 gives us 17/24.